Hi chat, how are you? Good morning, Yanks. Hi, Whisper. Hi, Infernal. Hi, Kept. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Today, I think I printed her out a while ago. There's a character from Valorant that I was hoping to paint sometime soon. Oh, cool. Looks like she just uses dual pistols. Or something somewhat. So that's pretty good. Viper. So I printed out her mask a long time ago. And I was like, oh, I really should paint it. I should paint it so it's ready to go. I'm streaming with, I think I'll be on Froggy's stream from 4, so it's not going to be a long stream today, but that's okay because I'll be playing a game with Froggy from 4. So I'll jump out. Okay, good job I wore. Oh, look, did it again. It's already too early for me, as you can see. So it's not gonna be too long a stream today, but that's okay. The Thomas video is crazy. Do you know what? I wanted to do more with it. I just couldn't think of anything. I was like, now what? Which sounds so silly, but like I was just genuinely like, I'm Thomas now. I did make Ghost lose his match though. I went downstairs as Thomas and started like prancing around. And he said to his, I felt bad. It turned out he was playing competitive. I didn't realise. He said to his teammate, he was like, I'm really sorry, but Thomas the Tank Engine is in here, and she's really distracting. I know that's the thing, Yanks. I was just like I will say, I'm actually quite impressed, but I feel like I've impressed myself. I really did not think I would be able to do something. I didn't think it was going to look that convincing. I thought it was just going to look quite horrible. I mean, it does look horrible. But like, I just thought it was just going to look ridiculously nasty. And it wasn't really going to look like Thomas. I was convinced the face wasn't going to look that great. So in the end, I was like, I'll just leave the rest of the stuff. Like when I was making the train, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to work, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess I'll just carry on and just see how this goes. I've never done anything like this before, but like in theory, this should be enough. I couldn't think of anything else I needed to do. So then I was like, okay. So the fact that it works, I was like, oh. I've seen other people on the internet do stuff like similar where they use like paper and they stick it around their face. It's quite a common thing to do, but I hadn't seen something like that big. So I wasn't really sure, and I was really concerned about it like flopping over and bending, and it was really good. Thank you. I'm still quite surprised I've managed to pull it off, to be honest with you. If anything, I think I'm a little bit scared by my own strength. Not in a like disastrous way of is there anything I can't do? Not at all like that. I'm just like, oh. Well, that was a surprise to me. But after the stream, I pulled off the paper thing, and then I was, oh my god, it's so silly. It was not really too silly, but like yesterday during the day, there was a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get done and I wasn't able to. You know, just like standard being a human. And then, so afterwards, I was like, oh, I should go. Exactly, like, oh no, how unhinged can I become? Hi, Zero, good morning. So I pulled off the thing and I was like, oh, I should really like clean beforehand, because after I've had a shower and stuff. So when I'm in this room, because there's like paint everywhere, like if I touch stuff, sometimes I get like paint marks on my hair. Oh my god, sorry, there was a loud noise and I thought it came from inside the house. Anyway, and so I was like, oh, I should clean now, like, you know, well, before I need the shower. So then I started like cleaning my bathroom. I wanted to deep clean my bathroom for a really long time. Anyway, so I started deep cleaning my bathroom last night after the stream. And then I was like, oh, everything, you know, like it's dirty anyway. I might as well quickly tidy up in here. So I started tidying here, and then so the mat that you guys got me is the floor protector from my wish list, which I'm really grateful for. Thank you again. It had loads of like painting marks on it from like paint that's like dropped or whatever. It's the new era post Thomas. I love how it's not even post Witchblade, it's post. Oh my god, I've still got Thomas here. Anyway, and so I was like, okay, I'll start cleaning in here. So I ended up deep cleaning in here until like 20 to 2 in the morning. And then I had a shower to get rid of like the rest of the paint off my face and then just generally have a shower anyway. And then I laid in bed, and I was laid in bed, and then I watched all the clips that you guys made, because that's usually what I like to do. Is sometimes if it's been a really, really silly stream, then I'll lay in bed and watch the clips you guys made and pop them in the Discord. And then Nivius was like, oh my god, the new episodes of Secret Level are out. So then I started watching one, and then Ghost came upstairs and was like, how weird. And then he was like, I was playing Apex, and I was talking to a guy. I made friends with this guy who I was playing with. Turns out he lives where we used to live in London. Also went to the same university that we went to. And then there was one other thing that matched as well. And then he was like, how weird's that? And I was like, that is really, really weird. Because he didn't like bring it up as in like, oh yeah, me too, me too, me too. He was just like, he was bringing it up, and Ghost was like, anyway, and then Ghost, and then I was just talking to Ghost, and then Ghost was saying that he told me he didn't know that he knew that tune, but he thought it was just general meme music because he's never seen Thomas the Tank Engine, right? Because he grew up in Hong Kong. He didn't watch Thomas the Tank Engine. Obviously, very English. And so I was like, oh, I'll show you what Thomas the Tank Engine is like. And honestly, I purposefully chose the classic version, which I realised is actually quite weird. It's like basically. Thank you very much, Zero. You scared the bejesus out of me. I don't even have my headphones are over there on the top of my PC. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. So I was like, oh, I'll show you Thomas the Tank Engine. So we started watching Thomas the Tank Engine, but the old version. And I was watching it, and I just was like, this is so weird, actually. Like, I realised now why, as a kid, I didn't really enjoy it that much. I remember thinking, like, maybe I just don't like trains. I don't like Thomas the Tank Engine very much. I know, right? Sorry, it got me as well. Don't worry about it. It got me, and I've been here the whole time, obviously. And then Ghost was like, what the hell is that? He was like, that's so weird. He was like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, yeah, fair enough, actually. That makes sense. And then I was like, oh, I want to watch Postman Pat. So we watched an episode of Postman Pat and then went to sleep. But he had to get up for 9 a.m. And I kind of just got out of bed now because I was really, really tired. But I had this really weird dream that I went to the Charlotte Tilbury offices again to see my friend, and then I got in the elevator and I pressed up, but then the elevator went sideways, and it was like a history museum, but it wasn't about Charlotte Tilbury, it was about some random toys. I'm not really sure what they were. Anyway, and then there was a goat on the elevator track, and then I thought when we went over it, we were going to hit this goat and kill it, but it turns out we didn't kill this goat. It just like didn't die. Weird. Then I went to see my friend, and she was dressed as a Christmas tree. Anyway, that's what I dreamt about last night. What about you? What about you, chat? It got me too when I was on the selected it. That's my favourite thing. When that happens, I think it's so funny when people try and do like press something and then they jump scare themselves. Yeah, like it was weird. It was so strange. It was like, the whole elevator was not made of glass, but there was like windows, so I don't know. It was weird. I didn't know you were talking about a dream. Yeah, that's what I dreamt about basically this morning. A weird, weird dream. So I want to prepare for an upcoming paint. I don't know if I'm going to do this paint this Saturday. I just want to generally prepare for it. Which is Viper from Valorant. Good morning, yous. Hi, AC. Good morning. I had a dream that I saw my favorite Twitch streamer quit. Oh, did you? I'm still impressed that it worked. I'm still so impressed. I can't believe it. Now I'm like, my God, what else can I ruin? I'm starting to realise how powerful I am. Zonta, thank you so much for the 29 months. Thank you. Oh gosh, these don't match at all. Bloody hell, what am I even thinking of today? Fine. Fixed it. Yeah, so also it's going to be a short stream today because I'm going to go play a game with Froggy on the stream at 4, I think. So I was like, oh, I don't really have time to do a whole makeup look then. But that's okay, because I need to prepare. No worries, Yanks. Have a good day at work. Because I need to prepare for some paints anyway. now that we've done Thomas. Apparently some of my googly eyes might arrive today. I hope so. And I haven't had breakfast yet. It's approaching lunchtime, so... Good afternoon, Avatar. How are you? Do you know what? I know it sounds really silly, but I haven't really seen a photo of myself like up close, but like from the back. So when I saw my video yesterday, I was really happy with how my tattoos looked together. I just hadn't really considered it, but like seeing them like on either side, I was really happy. And what about these ones? So I have one here and then one here. Oh my God, my hair. One here and one here. So I don't often like obviously see this view where I see both of my tattoos. And when I saw the video that I posted last night, I was like, oh, yay. I was like, oh, it looks quite cute. A device into my, I suppose how I'm getting in and out of it. So if I randomly vanish, like the God, I can't remember what they're called. Like a little lift. Yeah, that's what I thought, Zero. I saw them afterwards, and I was like, oh, actually, I really like how they look, because I just really wanted to feel. I wanted them, and I felt a bit lopsided. The Nightmare Thomas dance. I have photos to show you. I was just a bit unsure about posting this photo because it said it's got like a gamer ID, and I don't know anything about Apex, so I didn't want to like, let me see. So last night I did go and distract Ghost, and honestly I probably shouldn't have done because he lost his game and I didn't know he was playing competitive. I'm just gonna slightly crop part of this ID out of here. Anyway, so Ghost was sat on the sofa and I was like, take photos of me. After he'd already died, and this is how I went to go greet Ghost afterwards downstairs. I like ran in, and I was doing this, and then this is when he died on the game. I was like, okay, but take photos of me now. Behind me is where where all my Tomb Raider stuff and statues are. Spider Thomas. He was like, and then, oh, this is probably the worst one. You can't quite see it too well, but then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I need help taking photos and videos. Let me know when you're free. And then I pretended to close the door. Oh, you can't really see it. So maybe if I increase my brightness. Oh my god, the brightness is on maximum. Okay. What if I... Hang on a minute, chat. Hang on, I want to show you really badly. And I was like hiding. Like this. You see? So faint. I was like hiding through the door. Will he ever sleep again? Unfortunately, yes. Because he's so used to me doing all of my stupid stuff. So, that's what I was playing around with it for ages last night. I'm so tired now. And then afterwards, I was like deep cleaning. I was like deep cleaning this makeup studio because I was going to do it yesterday during the daytime. And then because obviously I kind of like finished streaming, I was like, well, I might as well do it now. I haven't posted this one yet, but I did the thing that I don't really enjoy doing, but I was like, I wasn't really sure what are the best ways to do it, so I kind of did a video which is also cursed, of me like pulling it off to reveal myself underneath. So I'll post that at some point. I don't know when, because I don't know when because I was doing really, really well because I scheduled loads of my stuff, and so now I'm like, oh wait, I'm gonna have to figure out the schedule. I've just been interrupted by a train. Sorry, yeah. Apparently, so his friend on Apex knows what I do, but I think they're not like, they don't like care, but you know, like they just know. They're like, oh, is she showing you her makeup? They said something like, oh, is she in her makeup? And Ghost was like, she's Thomas. Damn right. Damn right, Thomas. Okay, I got cookies and cream drink today. This is my breakfast. It's good to record removing it so people know Thomas isn't real and they're safe. It's a good point, Mad Jackpot. Mad Jackpot, do you sleep? I feel like I don't know how you're always... Like, you're always in the Discord, you're always here, and you seemingly kind of work at the same time. So, do you... It's not... I'm not mad about it, Madda. I'm just concerned. For a long time, people didn't think I slept. Is Thomas in A? 0? Okay. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I kind of want to become other trains, I think. I'm not sure. Got you. Okay, got you. Post was definitely cute, thank you. I thought it was fun. It was a good post. Good use of my time. You'll float too! Oh my god, Crimson, I forgot about that. No, I still drink it almost every day. That's the thing, Nivius. When I played it, I saw Harold the helicopter. So when I watched it last night... Oh, Nivius! Oh my god, sorry. I can't... Can you... So as you can probably tell, one of the things that impacts my ADHD is lack of sleep. But anyway, whatever, when I'm tired. I watched an episode of Thomas the Tank Engine last night just before I went to bed, just to make sure I really had nightmares. And I watched an episode with Percy, because I was also showing Ghost what Thomas the Tank Engine was, because he had never seen Thomas the Tank Engine. He grew up in Hong Kong, so they'd never seen it. So he was like, "What is this?" I was trying to show him, and I saw Harold the helicopter, but we didn't get too much of we didn't see too much of Harold the helicopter. But I saw Harold the helicopter. Hi Jay, happy day after yesterday and day before tomorrow. And then afterwards, Nivius, I was like looking, I was reading Discord, because usually I don't always say a lot of stuff, but I'm usually like, I have a glance at what you guys are chatting about. And I saw you posted that there was new secret level episodes, and I went to watch the first episode, episode 9, I think. I thought it was interesting. I didn't understand it, but I haven't heard of Outer Worlds. I think I've heard of the word, but I didn't know it was a game or anything. But I liked the short film, but I was thinking like, oh, I don't actually know anything about this game. Does anybody know the game Outer Worlds? I don't know it at all. Same devs as Fallout New Vegas. Oh, it's like, oh, really? I played Outer Worlds, I bet you've heard of it. God, I've never heard of that. I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, oh, right, okay. So the episode 9 is Outer Worlds. Yeah, I didn't know anything. And so I was watching it. I realized that I've only heard of the next ones. I don't know anything about them. Outer Worlds is so cool. What is the general concept of Outer Worlds? Really? A better version of Starfield. But they're both Bethesda. Is that correct? Oh no. Oh, Zero, got you. I'm just having a quick look now, and that's probably what I was struggling to understand. Got you. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, 2019. Yeah, no, yeah, I haven't heard of. I don't know. Have I heard of Obsidian Entertainment? Let me see what else they do. Lots of quests. Is it? Oh, yeah. If you say it's like Starfield, then it must be like big open world then, right? Okay. Hang on. See our games. I know that's what I was thinking, Zonta. Can you believe it? Let's like not. Outer Worlds 2, Outer Worlds, Avowed, Pentiment, Grounded, Deadfire, Tyranny, Pathfinder, Dungeon Siege, Armored Warfare, South Park, The Stick of Truth, Eternity, Fallout New Vegas, Alpha Protocol, Neverwinter Nights 2, and Star Wars Nights. I've heard of none of these. Oh. Oh, really? Outer Worlds. Wait. Outer Wilds, Buddha? Or Outer World? What do you mean? Do you remember Mad Empire? It was really good, wasn't it? I really liked it. The more I think about it, the more I kind of like it. Outer Wilds is a different game. Oh, yeah, okay, got you. Hi, Mikey. Outer Worlds have been free on the Epic Store in the past 2. I think it might actually be free this year as well. Inner Wilds. Oh, that sounds nice. Also, chat, we have to pity the post person today because I ordered a 20 kilo adjustable weight vest. And googly eyes. 2,000 googly eyes. The duality of Emperor. Wilds is amazing. World's completely different game was Matt. Okay, it wasn't for you. Charlotte Tilbury, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Hi, Charlotte. Hello, darlings. How are you doing today? My face is 95% Charlotte. 5% Mel. How are you doing today, lovelies? Got Jamiko today, not yesterday. Oh, didn't look the same. Have a lovely stream, darling. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Thank you for being a subscribereenies. The post office, I don't, for real. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. I was like, it was just like, oh my god, this poor delivery. Right, I need to see what guns Viper uses in Valorant. Is it like a sniper? They look like they could be a sniper, but I don't know anything about this character. Weight training for the delivery person. Yeah, I know. I hope the box is like not awkward to pick up. That's my only thing. I hope it's not you know when they make boxes that are just really awkward to try and grab hold of. I really hope it's an easy one to grab hold of, because that makes a whole lot of a difference. Like putting on like a heavy box and not giving it like some kind of like handle or something. Not that it's like, you know, cardboard I just tear, but right, let's see. Viper Valorant guns. Let's see. I really hope that I've got something that I could just use. What gun does Viper use? The Defender's machine guns. Oh no. Oh wait, what's this? This is from a TV show. Okay, hang on. Viper Valorant. Hey Mercenary, how are you? All weapons from the game, but I specifically want to see Vipers. I have a question. Does anybody play Valorant? Because you would get... Do you get specific guns per character, or do you pick up guns? I thought it was specific guns per character. Just size, yeah, they're probably like... I think the same thing. Have a set of googly eyes on the outside. I hope so. I'm really looking forward to my googly eyes. Find Valorant skins. But like, I've specifically typed in Valorant Viper's guns. I think you buy guns each round, but each character has unique abilities. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, where like you have a specific loadout that you can't change. You just change the skin. Oh, right. So it's not the same. So would you... I know somebody who's a Valorant streamer. I'm gonna triple confirm with her. Okay, I've asked an expert. Actually, I hope she's not streaming right now. I hope she doesn't. Let me just check. Oh, she's streaming. Oops. Hopefully she doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't bother her. Okay. Right, let's see. The Valorant shows a lot of weapon skins as well as abilities. I don't know actually much about the weapon skins. I will say that this Valorant character, I think honestly it's very my style of this one is who I'm seeking to paint next. I like this a lot. So I like the hair, I like the green, I like the black. I'm going to become a Valorant streamer. I definitely don't think that's something that we have to worry about. But you know, never say never, all of that lot. Right, so it looks to me as though this mask is black. So, it's a good fit. Right, so she's like black and green. Ow, my nose. So she's like black and green. So let's have a quick look at how the mask is gonna look, and then I'll get the paints out. Yeah, it's a nice fit. It was like nearly perfect. So I just, you can see where I've warped it there. I used a heat gun and then I bent it outwards. Just here on my cheekbone. And then made sure that it's snug. Okay. So, yeah, it does look, I thought that. It looks a little bit like inspiration had been taken from Hella's design. Not that like she was the only person ever to look like black and green with the smoke and stuff. But I thought the same thing. I was like, oh. Add some filtering. You're ready for the next cave. You know, I think about that a lot. I think like, oh, I wish some of the COVID masks were cooler. Like these sorts of things. Like I'm more than happy for this to become the fashion. Like this is cooler. That's what that's what the pandemic was missing. Cooler masks. Hey, what happened to that razor thing? Have you got a lot of rhinestones left? Yeah, I do have quite a few rhinestones. I wouldn't say thousands, but I've definitely got some left. Oh my god, don't even mad that part. I wish that like, I mean, I still wear a mask sometimes, but I wish that there was a lot of masks that were medically approved. There was a medically approved way to like line something, but then you could have really like cool, funky masks. I wish that was instead of them being printed on. I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, thousands left on the floor. It's on top. I do keep finding. I found one stuck to my yoga mat actually. Sorry, I need to get my. Okay, that's what I was gonna do. Oh, do I have my paint palette in here? Is it dry? Okay. I want to peel it all off, but I can't get a grip on any of them. Like they just kind of like come off in tiny flakes. Shame. Shame, shame. Okay, so let's paint most of it in black first, I think. Then once it's dried, we can add a little bit. Oh, hang on, chat. I think Ghost is shouting me one. So I think I will paint the mask black, apart from where we need to paint it gold. And then I'm going to highlight everything afterwards with white and grey. This is such a calm stream in comparison to yesterday's. I did, Zero! Wait, has she... She hasn't answered me on stream, has she? Yeah, we need a break, don't we, Majo Pot? I'm glad you lot find me funny as well, because honestly, in a lot of cases, sometimes I'm like, right, at least I find myself funny. When it happened, she probably doesn't. I don't think she wears like a notification watch, maybe. I'm not sure. She's a professional. I really like her. She makes me laugh. I think she's really funny. If I don't laugh at my jokes, then who will? Well, this is, you know, part of why I was initially worried about like doing like live streaming and stuff. I was thinking like nobody's gonna find me as funny as I do. If anything, people will just find me really strange. But like weirdly, it worked out. Turns out there's more people like us than we thought. It was probably because like, you know, when like you come across people like general day to day and like they're just not your people, you know what I mean? They're not your people, they're not quite your vibe, so they make you feel like you're the weird one. I'm not the weird one. I'm just happily going about my life. But it's a good job we don't take notice to what other people think. I'm hoping I can get this done before I jump onto Froggy's stream later. People that don't find me funny are the weird ones. Hey Nostro, how's today treating you? Nostro, have you had to do any more travelling for work? Or are you like done for the year? Scream while wearing the full shirt Thomas outfit. Oh, chat, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen... I was like trying to wake myself up earlier, so I was looking at TikTok. You're off on the 13th of January. Ooh, where are you going? And apparently there's a thing doing the rounds at the moment where people are really, people are like conflicted about a situation. And I think, oh, you're off until the 13th of January. Automod back. Tokyo, I deleted your message because I don't quite like it when people call me sexy. So that's, if you're a bit confused, that's what's happened. And so the whole situation is, and I'm like baffled as to like how people are like, okay, I'll tell you the situation and then I'll tell you the two sides. Billie Eilish is a singer. That's not the situation. Anyway, so Billie Eilish specifically apparently says, please don't throw things on stage from concerts. At concerts, she's like, I don't really like it, so please can you stop doing it? And she was singing a song yesterday, not yesterday, she was singing a song where she was what was I made for? Where she sat down and that some fan threw a bracelet that like hit her in the face. And she was like, and then she like, was like, had to pause singing because obviously that's a job. And then like, move the bracelet away because obviously she's a bit annoyed. And the people are like, that's so disgraceful. That poor fan that made that bracelet is so upset. They must be so sad the way she just got... You threw it at her face. Like, and so there's people are like, I know, it's so crazy. I genuinely feel like there's no hope. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked as to what people, like, people are so stupid. This is the thing, is like, I'm really quite surprised. I was like, oh my God, somebody hit her in the face. Oh, hey guys. Yay, thank you. Like, you've just thrown something at her face. Like, how is that the reaction? You've hit her in the face. Instead of, after she's specifically been like, please don't throw things at concerts. I don't like it. She's sat down. You've thrown something that's hit her in the face. And then like all these people are like, Billie Eilish is in the wrong here. That's so ridiculous. Stop throwing things at people. She's a person too. The fan might have spent a long time on it, but she didn't have to throw it at her. I am so baffled as to like, so that's the like, the big thing on TikTok at the moment where people are arguing. They're like, oh, but think about the fan that spent all that time making that bracelet. And I was just like, look, I could spend all this time making like a brick or something from scratch, but if I threw it at someone, it's still wrong. Like, stop throwing things at people. And I know like that's different because it wasn't a brick. I'm so confused. That sandwich is bigger than your head and I'm gonna eat the whole thing. People are so stupid. Yeah, I'm so... Right, let's let this dry a little bit. I'm gonna leave this part here so I've got something to hold on to. I've thrown bracelet at you a few times. It only seems to fall flat after hitting the monitor. Phew. Billie West, someone stole her ring and she said if it doesn't get it back, she'll stop the show, which she ended up doing. She ended up getting it back eventually. What the hell? Like, people are not okay. Somebody stole it? Dude, that's so weird. People are taking things way too far. I don't understand. Like, what's happening? Why are people being mean to other people? It's so much harder than being nice. Think of the effort you went to steal something. What if, concept, you just didn't steal it? Zero. There used to be a thing where it used to be like fine when fans would throw things on stage because bands would also throw things back on purpose. That's actually what happened with the Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne bat situation. So, in Ozzy's autobiography that I read, Black Sabbath, and this is insane. This is an insane thing that used to happen. Sonta, I love that. I love these cats. I love these cat memes. They used to throw like raw meat at each other. The fans would throw it at Black Sabbath. The Black Sabbath would have these machines that like threw raw meat that they get from a bunch of butchers before the show. Anyway, and they were like, oh yeah, metal as hell. It used to be a thing. Anyway, and then afterwards, I think that they had to stop doing it. But then one fan threw, I think, what obviously was an actual bat, a dead one, but they thought it was a toy because they had to stop doing the meat thing. So Ozzy picked it up and went to bite the head off because he thought it was a toy. And then also, it specifically said Sharon was on the side like, Ozzy, don't! But it was too late. He said like he was really shocked because his mouth like filled with blood. And he was a bit confused as to what was going on, but he just carried on with the show. That's actually what happened. It wasn't like he just does it for a laugh or anything. It was actually because they used to do the meat thing and then they had to stop doing it for obvious health and safety reasons. Oh my, yeah. And so then I think they started throwing like toys and stuff and like fake stuff, which they didn't mind, I think. Yeah, well, a lot of people like throw, but like, with specifically in this situation, obviously with Billie Eilish, she said, please don't throw stuff and someone's hit her in the face. And then like, I don't see how you can feel sorry for the fan in this situation. I'm not actually sure, Crimson, like, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's actually what happened. So everyone's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. So that's actually the situation. So people used to throw stuff. And like, I could understand in that situation because like, there was essentially like Black Sabbath being like, you know, like, let's throw stuff at the fans and the fans will throw stuff back and it's all one big metal, disgusting bloodfest, which is not something that would stand today. However, I can't comprehend how you can be like, oh, this poor fan that threw something at Billy. What do you mean? Poor Billy. You're right, my Jack. But, Thank you, Mandel. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be a decent video. I mean, I found it funny. In case it's too much and breaks the internet. Got you, Mandel. Now we've got a backup to restore it. The internet gets bad again, we post it. Literally no one, Nostro. I got to the point where I was getting quite hungry. So I was like, I think I want to take it off now because I want to eat the rest of my dinner. This is the thing though, isn't it, Zero? A lot of people think Ozzy's a bad person specifically because he bit the head off a bat. But what's the context that happened here? The context was, it wasn't meant to be real. Someone threw it on stage, he thought it was a toy. That. But people will specifically take that one sentence and like, you know, run with it. But yeah, I think it's really silly. But yeah, super interesting. But that's what TikTok's fighting about today. And I was like, oh, come off it, man. Like, no. I like that friendship bracelets are coming back. These are the ones I have. People have given these to me at cons. I've got 2 that say Mcroft here. Oh, actually, because I moved my microphone now, they're upside down. Hang on. There we go. Did they ever really go away? I think they went away a little bit, but now they've come back. And they've come back like sevenfold major. Also, I feel really ripped off because I bought a loaf of bread, but it's got a giant hole throughout the whole thing. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Oh my god, biscuit. It's so weird. People are so weird. Enemy bracelets! Oh gosh. Maybe if you were to like rhinestone names on handcuffs, they would be like enemy bracelets. They could be. They could be for situations like me with Cassie, where I'm like, yo, play this game with me. Handcuff. I'm looking up Viper reference photos. Chat, what are you guys having for lunch today? For people under house arrest, V6. I think so, yeah. I think if you get put under house arrest here, you have to have an ankle monitor on. Oh, pizza! Nice. Oh my gosh. I love having pizza. I don't have it very often, but I really, 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 really love having pizza. Oh, really, Zero? Zero, how much sleep on average do you get per night? Mmm. Nice, Mark. Damn, Mad Jackpot. Mad Jackpot, if you could order a pizza, what would you get? What would you put on it? Mmm. Oh my god, Zero, that must do such a number on you. Oh really, Mad Jackpot? That's interesting. I like ham and mushroom and like olives. And then if I'm feeling really fancy, artichokes. Mmm. Okay. Let's see if this is a bit more dry now. Mm-hmm. Zero. You're like, oh yeah, make sure give me a few extra. I wish I was a baller. What the hell? What does that mean? That's a cool name for a pizza. You go for a nice classic. Nice. I really fancy going to Italy again. So I want to eat the food. I've heard of people bedazzling their ankle trackers with rhinestones. Honestly, if you were... Well, I say this as if I'm not stuck in the house all the time. I am stuck in the house, but that's a choice. I do the same thing. I start decorating it. I like it when people decorate crutches because it turns out you can't give them back. I still have my crutches. Can you remember when I got tendinitis? Some of you guys might, V6, you might remember. When I was on crutches because I had tendinitis in both feet. It turns out you can't give crutches back because I wanted to give them back to the hospital because I didn't want them anymore. But yeah, it turns out you can't give them back because if there's a defect and then somebody else takes them and has an accident, then it's obviously kind of a problem. So I still have those crutches. Ghost was like, oh, I guess we'll just keep them in case we have another accident or something. And I was like, oh. But that, to me, is, I like it when people decorate them, because I thought you'd have to give them back. That's why nobody decorates them. But also, people are just, I think maybe they you know, they just don't really decorate them as much, but yeah, I like it when people decorate their crutches. Chat, advert starts in 30 seconds. Tough Mudder was quite tough. Do you know what it really was? It was just the fact that the terrain, a lot of people were spinning their ankles on it. It was more so the terrain than anything. I think because when I was training for it, I obviously didn't train on mud. So when I got there, and I was sliding around all over the place, apparently that had an impact. You can donate it to medical. Can you? Oh, maybe I'll try and do that. Oh yeah, because of the Prime thing. That's the only thing with Prime, is that you have to go in you have to notice that it runs out. But equally, that means that each month you can give it to a different streamer though. If you wanted to. And save some money that way. Not that you would, because Thomas was threatening enough. I'm just joking. Also, because most people didn't have boots with ankle support. No, a lot of people wear the trainers. But yeah, a lot of people end up spinning their ankles at Tough Mudder. Again, just because of the terrain that you're physically running on. But I don't know. I think I would still do it again one day. The thing that got me was it's really expensive. I'm still quite shocked at how expensive it is. So to do Tough Mudder, I think it cost me £85, maybe 70 or 80 to do Tough Mudder. That's just for me to like have the ticket to do it, which I feel is quite expensive to run an obstacle course. And like, they give you like refreshments partway through, but ultimately I'm running in the woods, you know. And I know they've put things together, but like, I wanted to do that. I'd recommend doing it, but I think it's quite expensive. I personally think it's quite expensive for what it is. Oh, happy birthday, Ken! What are you gonna do today? Go towards charity at all? I don't think so. I think it helps cover the cost of the obstacles. When I did it, I don't remember it going to charity, but I could be wrong. If it goes to charity, then I'll take it back, obviously, but like, I don't remember that. Mel's not going to sing the Grammy Award-winning birthday song. I actually had to stop doing that more because I had so many people come in and be like, it's my birthday, and then I'd sing it and do a whole like thing about it, and then they'd just be like, just joking, it's not really. And then I got annoyed after too many times. They'd be like, ha 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 ha, you fell for it, you sang. And I was just like, okay. Peng is already failing at the first obstacle. Do you know, I did enjoy doing it. It was good. And I'm proud of myself for doing it, but yeah, I just it's not, I don't think I'd do it again at that price, but I think it's only ever going to go up in price, isn't it? I don't think it's not really going to get any cheaper. Probably going to go out with some friends later. That'll be nice. Make sure you treat yourself also. Okay, so I'm just adding in some like very, very faint highlights so it doesn't disappear, because this will probably disappear into the wig if not. Wowee! No way! A Superman trait. Oh wait, from the new James Gunn one. I was good at obstacle courses and it was fun, but kind of dangerous. If you mess up with the amount of some bones are gonna snap. Oh, the one with Tough Mudder, you don't have to carry any gear. You can definitely hurt yourself though. A lot of people I noticed like it was more like the fear and the panic that people I saw with fear, panic, and people spinning their ankles was the things I saw the most happening at Tough Mudder. My giant fart is very. That's kind of creepy. Is Thomas safely stored in this? I put Thomas in the bin. Folded him up. Kids are scary. Yeah. Yeah. So they can. I mean, obviously, like good things as well, but they can. I think they just don't necessarily. I don't even know what my hair's doing today. I think they don't realize like. Don't do that. It's really scary. So cool. Thank you. I'm having a chill one today. Needed a break after Thomas. Scarred us all, including me. Okay, let's see. Then the actual mask itself looks like it's got gold on it. Lovely. So let me paint that in. Open image in a new tab. You did a military obstacle course. We had to be in full gear, and our sister company had a recruit fall on his rifle pointing the. Ah! Oh my, you're so. Snyder fans are already saying, okay, can I ask a question? I'm going to admit to something I don't understand. What is Snyder's problem? Not Snyder, this whole idea of Snyder and the whole issue. Sorry, what is that? I don't understand when people get really angry about it. Yeah, Matt, I think Mort had to do that one. mine was a choice. I think. But Matt Jack, but I think you've got Spartan races in the US though, don't you? Snyder fans. So who's Snyder? Snyder fans think James Gunn fired him and they hate him because of it. Meanwhile, he had nothing to do with it. Right. Yeah, I've noticed that, but I don't know anything about standard. I don't know anything about what's going on in pop culture world apart from someone threw a bracelet at Billie Eilish. Reshoot most of the Justice League. The one that came out, the film. Tough Mudder was the biggest. Oh, was it the biggest one? I thought Spartan Races was the biggest one. My cousin's friend used to do like all of them. And I was like, oh my God, how much money are you sinking into this? With Marvel's goofy stuff. So it was like a division of oh, right, okay. And then people who were fans of Snyder became angry. A Whedon? Oh, right. Right, so, oh, right, got you. So, all right, so Snyder's stuff was more serious, and then his stuff got reshot in Justice League. Oh, that's why people say release the Snyder cut. Oh, I didn't know what that meant. I was just like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Snyder had a death in the family and needed to step away. More, I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about the Batman comic. Oh my God, that's why for a second I was like, that was a film? I read that one. Oh my God, okay, got you. That's a funny thing to have worded considering the name of the comic, but I forgot about that comic book. Okay, that makes sense. He stepped away. Anyone would need time from that. Okay, cool. They did release a Snyder Cut and it was a 4-hour mess. And you think it made sense. Okay, so it still wasn't great. I didn't think the Justice League was a good film. But I think, so it sounds like there was a lot of conflicted feelings on the Justice League. I kind of feel like the whole film was a bit crap, but that's my personal opinion. There was also another guy named James Snyder. Oh my God, really? Biggest lot of hate but he's a different Snyder. Zack Snyder. That's also confusing because obviously we've got James from James Gunn. Snyder stuff wasn't good. It was so washed out and the story and script was rubbish. It needed a revamp, but some people have made hating Gunn their entire personality. Got you. So it's because there's a conflict between the films and styles of Snyder for DC. Specifically. Snyder never worked on anything Marvel, right? Snyder was just DC. But James Gunn has worked on Marvel and DC. Or, no, he has, because he did Peacemaker. Now we found the culprit, Matt Jack, but oh, Brightburn. Oh my God. Do you know what, Zero? I watched Brightburn. I watched Saltburn thinking it was that DC thing, and I was really confused. And I was watching Saltburn. I was like, I swear people told me to watch this. And I was watching it like last month, like, no, this is different. Brightburn. Okay, got you. I remember seeing Saltburn and being like, that's the one. So not only am I slowly catching up on the films that you guys are telling me to watch, I'm watching all the complete incorrect ones because it's not even, if I was unsure, I should have asked. I was so sure that I was like, no, that's the one. I'll watch it. Oh my God, because that's why I watched Saltburn, because I thought it was something that you guys had mentioned. Okay, all right. Oh my God, all right, Brightburn, bloody hell. I still haven't seen Peacemaker. I do need to watch that. I'm kind of enjoying Secret Level at the moment though. Secret Level doesn't feel like it's that short as it is. You watched the black and white version of the 4-hour Justice League. I watched a version of the Justice League. I don't know which one it was, but everything looked blue. And I was a bit confused. I personally felt like with the film of the Justice League film, a lot of it was a bit tiresome. I do think James Gunn has a point though that we don't need origin stories. I think people have origin story fatigue. Tell John Cena. I'll tell him myself. Gunn was only partly involved in Brightburn, I thought. Pretty sure his brother was more involved. Oh my god. Oh, really? Oh, does his brother do stuff as well? $300 and Watchmen were good, but everything... Oh, right. Okay, so he did Watchmen as well. Question. Did he do Watchmen the film or Watchmen the series? Because there was a TV show as well, wasn't there? I was going through my comics after you guys were asking me about them. On Monday, I was going through and tidying them all up, and I still have my Watchmen one. But I can't find the Guardians of the Galaxy one. I don't know where that one went. He did the film. Got you. The film, I thought the Watchmen film was pretty accurate to the book, but in some cases it felt a bit boring. Because it felt like it followed the same pace as the book. Not that the book is boring, it's good. It's just like a slow burn. I felt like with the actual story of Watchmen. Because he was signed on to make movies for them, but that went to Netflix to make the Terry trilogy Rebel Moon instead. Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything. That's right. Peacemaker season 2 is going to be out soon. Oh, okay. I didn't know they was going to do a season 2. Was the producer, but his brother wrote it. Got you. No, Mel. We need to see Batman's parents. No. You're wrong. What we need. No. I need to see. Oh, Spider-Man. No, we can't do it. Okay. I like that they're starting a universe of superheroes already being a thing. It makes more sense because people don't need to be like introduced to that concept anymore, I think. I do think that was something that made sense. But I do think that superhero fatigue has become a thing. Not that everyone's been tired of superheroes. We've had superheroes since like, what, 1920s? Whatever. Not that concept. Just the idea that there's been so much media about it that I think people kind of needed a bit of a break. Because all that was happening was one thing would be released and then it felt like people were just waiting for the next, I don't even know what's going on in my head. And then it felt like people were just waiting for the next one and then the next one and then the next one. And I think that got quite tiresome over a few years. So people were just getting a bit bored. I need origin stories about the origin characters introduced in the origin story. Like, how did Batman's parents become who they were? James Gunn's first official DC concept for the whole new DC universe is out at the moment. It's an animation called Creature Commandos. I saw an advert for that. So I do know, I've seen that. Not seen it, but I've seen something about that. Okay. Oh, I didn't know the Snyder thing. Because I remember I got really annoyed and I muted a bunch of people because they just kept shouting on Twitter. It was like some cosplayers and they just kept shouting like, release the Snyder cut, Snyder this, Snyder that. And I remember thinking like, what are you moaning about? Like, taking up my entire timeline. Shush. But I didn't know what it was. I thought it was almost like a meme joke. Where Batman was a resistant. We need more evil Superman. Superman got you. I don't know much about Superman. Like a world that got sick. I thought that, yeah, the Incredibles 2. Especially the set. But I also felt like in the second one, I was really not a fan of Mr. Incredible. Like I found it like, was it the second one or was it the first one? I think in both of them. No, I think in the second one. I thought Mr. Incredible was a bit annoying. Marvel Cinematic Universe never hooked you to sanitize. You weren't too keen on it. Both, yeah. Okay, got you. I like some of it. I don't like all of it. But that's normal. In the DC movies, one possible future is where Lois dies and Superman goes evil. The Flash goes back to change the past. Wasn't there also... Oh my god. Sorry, let me just pull this from the depths of my brain. Wasn't there also a comic run? Please feel free to correct me because I'm really struggling to pull this out. Wasn't there also a comic run where Superman has a daughter, which I believe is Lara Lane Kent? Joker kills her and then Superman goes ballistic and goes on a rampage. Isn't that another one? Isn't that a story? But then doesn't it turn out to be some dream or something? There's something about it, but I think in one of them, Lara Lane, I think Joker kills Superman's daughter. Was it he killed Lois or did he kill the daughter? Injustice Games and I'm not sure. Handsome Squidward Begins, that's what we need. And it's actually quite cruel and twisted. Okay, well, I mean, fair enough. That's something that, you know, Batman worries about day and night. So, fair enough. Yeah, okay. I see that way. Yeah, fair enough. I need to double check. Yeah, I'm getting a bit confused. I remember finding out about it when I painted Lara Lane Kent. That's why I think it's her. Or it was some kind of dream that they had and he went ballistic. Something happened. Joker tricks Superman into killing a pregnant Lois and nukes Metropolis. Is that what happened in my one, or is that another storyline? Because there are quite a few. Because then that suggests that there are quite a few. Oh, sorry, I'm meant to be painting. I'm just like getting excited about this story. Then I think there's a lot of clauses where Superman basically loses it. Clauses. Well. And then I'm not going to be using a metallic gold when I paint this, so I'm going to have to try and paint this like I would paint my body paints. In the Injustice Comics series, Superman kills the Joker as a direct consequence of a horrific manipulation orchestrated by the Joker himself. This pivotal moment occurs after the Joker tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane, who's pregnant. Do you know what? I know this is not me trying to come for anyone in here who is a fan. And this is why I hate the Joker. I hate him as a... Okay. As a concept of a character, iconic, very good, very cool. The stuff he does in the comics specifically, I can't get behind. I can't like him at all. He's horrible. He is such... Oh, pulled the whole cap off. He is such a horrid character. Horrible. So many different versions, and they fit, and to fix it, they keep. I thought that actually, I did think that. I think we spoke about that before on stream of like it just keeps like changing and changing. They don't stick with one. I remember we were talking about it before, and we were all a bit like, "What's going on?" Yeah, exactly like Mandel. Like I don't like him, but I can't get behind people who are like. Who really like that. Do you know what I mean? When they're like, oh yeah, I love the Joker, I love everything he does. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? A horrible character. Oh, horrible. Horrible man. Hi, T-Rox, how are you doing, lovely? Good time to come in. I don't look as horrific today. Mom, where the Punisher tries to kill the Joker and Batman stops him. I will say that's something that I find really tiring. Batman, like, not letting the Joker just die. Because I kind of feel like that in a lot of the storylines anyway. There's gonna, like, to me, it's like, Joker's done so much and killed so many people and caused so much aggro. Like, at what point do you not just, like, let fate take him? Which is why I personally don't like it when all of Batman's, what do you call it? Films is always like Batman and Joker, Batman and Joker. I really liked the Batman because it focused on the Riddler. And I was like, oh yay, something, you know, that's not focusing on, and I felt like, you know, Batman kind of has a lot of problems to deal with in Gotham City. It's not always just the Joker. While the Joker's doing a lot of stuff, Batman's busy, you know what I mean? He's got stuff to do, but it felt like with how a lot of films are showing over the past, like, 30 years or so, it was always, like, Joker, 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 Joker. Obviously, I know we had, like, the one with Bane and stuff, which was not technically Bane or whatever it was, but what, you know. I think he's fun as an irredeemable villain. I feel like every villain has to have a reason for bad behavior, and it's sometimes nice to have just a bad person. Yeah, I see what you mean. Doing housework because I've been rotting for days. How are you working on? I don't know if you know Valorant. So I like the character Viper. So I'm working on Viper's mask. Clementine! 38 months. Thank you so much. You love Valorant. Oh, so you might know, so you should know Viper then, right? So I'm working, yeah, Viper. So I'm just painting her mask. Yeah, I want to do Viper. I don't think it'll be this Saturday. Oh my God, Chirox, you can help me. Oh my God, Chirox. Hang on a minute, chat. I'm not ignoring you guys. I know you're talking about Superman. Oh, one minute. Chirox, okay, I'm really confused. Okay, so I'm looking at what guns I need to use for Viper, okay? I'm confused because I've never played Valorant and I'm a bit lost. Is it like Overwatch where you get specific gun loadouts? Because I've been trying to Google it and I'm not really getting much help. Or is it Apex? It's like, because Apex where you pick up guns, but people told me that you buy guns for each round. So what gun would I use? Can I use any gun? Can I use a sniper and dual pistols for her? I don't know what guns to pose with, and I don't want the Valorant community to come for me because they will. So I'm just a bit lost as to like what weapons to pose with. You know what I mean? I'm so confused. I don't understand because I haven't played it. Sorry, let me go back. Is his deal basically just doing anything he can to break Batman? Yeah, it's kind of, which, I mean, it sounds like he's basically a Twitter guy. He's intriguing because he is a true villain and does things yeah, he's really nasty. He's really horrible as a character. I can't understand why people like him. I think I've just read that one, sorry. There are versions of Superman where he can easily bench press the whole planet without breaking a sweat, and then there's things like the old black and white TV show where he gets beat up in a bar. Yeah. Yeah, consistency is key. There's also Kingdom Come where Superman gives up because of public love of violent superheroes, comes out of retirement when Kansas is nuked during a meta-human fight. What's classed as a meta-human? Ends up 3 factions, superhero enforcing justice, Batman trying to maintain status quo, and Luthor wanting to wipe them all out. That sounds like a mess, okay? Depends on how much you have. I don't know the names of them, let me check quickly. Play on console. And the Riddler is just Crypto Pro. Yeah, pretty much. Right, so in Valorant, do you get metahuman equals superhero? I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure. Okay, got you. Yeah, you can get snipers or SMGs. Okay, but are they specific to Viper? Or are they like just generally got like, can I be anyone from Valorant and use the same weapon? Or like, can I use anything? In the DC universe, metahumans are defined as individuals who possess superhuman abilities or powers, often as a result of genetic variant known as the meta-engine. Metagene. Sorry, meta-engine. Can you tell I still probably haven't woken up yet? Hey Fergie! What are we discussing? We have 2 conversations on at the moment. I don't know anything about Valorant, so I'm asking. She has her abilities, so the abilities I feel like are no problem. But posing with guns is what I'm really concerned about. Two topics, Fergie. One being, what guns does Viper use in Valorant? AKA, can I pose with any guns? And number 2, DC Universe. Specifically, Joker being an actual really horrible man. And kind of like inconsistencies in the storyline, I guess. But there's a few, we're talking about like when in, Superman's gone ballistic a few times. And just been bad. It's been a bit nasty. But like, I don't know, kind of like, kind of justified sometimes. Maybe you can replace the guns with walkie-talkies. I do have walkie-talkies. Has an arsenal of guns, but their guns has a Valorant art style to it. There are tons of SD. Oh my god, Mort, I don't want to print out another gun. I'm really hoping I can just use one of the guns I have. I want to cheat. Posted Discord, so she does have a specific gun. So does she have a range of guns that she can use and you can pick from those? Maybe paint them? Let me have a quick look. I knew that third height. No, stop like enabling me. Okay, so I have this toy. I could make us. I lost the scope. Got hot glue on it. Can I get away with this? For Viper, surely. Actually, it doesn't need a scope, really. Surely I can technically. Surely this looks like Viper's gun. No, no, I could get away with that. Can I just get away with this one? Yeah, so I can get away with this one. Yeah. Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. I'll just use this toy. Oh, well, God, that's made me feel so much happier. Oh, that's what I was worried about for the cosplay. You would add green to it. Okay, I can do that with body paint. That's no problem then. Fab. Good. Accessing the arsenal. Yeah, I got loads of random stuff through there. All right, so like add like a hint of green, like a slight touch of it. Body painting. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, good. I'm very glad I have a ridiculous collection of toy guns. As you can see, they come in handy. Basically, I got like loads of Actually, well, anyone who like, you know, is really interested in playing like these games or anything, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be just someone who's American. Hey geeks, how are you? Oh, Nivius, I didn't tell you. I played Marvel Rivals, right? It's very slow. I couldn't get behind how slow it was. Mostly I was interested. I like the art style. Anyway, I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to do tutorial, but I pressed the wrong button and it dumped me into a quick play game. And I was like, well, at least it's quick play. I'm not playing competitive, so whatever. I couldn't figure out how to select a character. Like that's like that's the level of how much I didn't know what was going on. And I managed to select Moon Knight. So I was Moon Knight. I was the second top player with 10 kills and 1 death. And I secured the like payload thing throughout like 80% of the game. And I'm pretty sure I nearly got play of the match as well. I was like, I didn't know what any of the buttons were doing. I was so confused as to like, I didn't know what like the Ankh did. So I kept shooting it at the payload, like hoping like it was, I didn't know it was draining the thing for other, I learned that afterwards. I was assuming it was boosting people. I didn't have no idea what it was doing. But like but I managed to like, luckily my accuracy was good enough that I was able to like pick people off. I need you on my team. After that, Chira, I couldn't play, couldn't figure it out. Once I knew what the buttons did, terrible. I tried again and I was like, oh no, I can't do it. I should have quit while I was winning, had a 100% win ratio. I don't know. I couldn't believe it. And then I went and tested out all the characters. I figured out how to like do a tutorial and then practice play because I just wanted to figure out what the characters did. What does team up mean? I did like Squirrel Girl. I'm glad that Biscuit is getting Squirrel Girl comeuppance and Rise of the Squirrel Girl. I think that's good. Who else? I like Iron Fist. Iron Fist reminds me of Genji, though, from Overwatch. In fact, what I mean by that is, you're so cool, but I cannot for the life of me figure out how to play. I don't understand. I can't do it. I wanted to be a Genji main for so long, so bad, and I could never do it because I couldn't figure them out. Like, I was never fast enough. I couldn't manage it. And I felt the same way with Iron Fist. I was playing around with Iron Fist and I was like, no, this is the Genji to me of Marvel, right? I can't do it. I can't play as him. Then who else? I like Cloak and Dagger. I will say, my God, I was so shocked to see Cloak and Dagger in there. And I am so happy about that because specifically Cloak and Dagger was one of my favorite, stories. Like this, I did read that. I did read their origin comic, and I think I read a few stories with them. Maybe I can't remember. But Cloak and Dagger, my God, Cloak with the way that like when he brings people into his cloak and they're just literally like clouded in darkness forever, or whatever it was. I remember reading that, and being like, oh my God, and like they're really cool as a duo. So I was really happy. Did they ever show one? But I actually don't know. I was really happy to see them in there because I think that Cloak and Dagger are really cool, and I think Dagger's outfit is really pretty, with the moon on her cheek. So I was really surprised to see Cloak and Dagger in there, and I like that because I was thinking Cloak and Dagger to me is a really, really awesome cosplay for a lot of people to do, like as a couple's cosplay. So I was like, nice, cool. I was really shocked to see them in there. So but I hope that, you know, they get more attention now as like characters and duos. Yeah, anyway, basically, as soon as I figured out how to do anything, couldn't do it anymore. But I do think that they walk so slowly, it's a little painful. But yeah, I did try Marvel Rivals. I was mostly, honestly, just interested in A, the concept of the game, and B, the character design. I was just kind of like wanting to look at them. I do like that the environment is breakable. Because there was a moment or so where someone was, I think it was maybe Magneto, was attacking me. And I was like, no. And then I just knocked down the platform that he was on. I mean, I think I still died, but it was still a good, like, so it was like something. It wasn't like he was just completely out of reach. Like, something could be done about that, which I quite liked that. I think that was cool. Did a video about how to play as Cloak and Dagger, and you might remember her because... Oh, yeah, I remember her, yeah. Oh my god, yeah, she had like the metal dice or something, and like she was throwing around like a tiny mace ball or something. Jesus. Yeah, it's a unique ability if they have a buddy character on the team. By chance, or like, so say I was on a team with Chi-Rox, and Chi-Rox was Black Widow, and I'm Hawkeye, or does it work like Mortal Kombat where you can bring in a duo? You just did you re-download Destiny because you've seen Ramen playing? Or were you downloading it anyway? Yeah, I played a lot of the past and it got to me. You're missing it, yeah. Ramen's so cool. Oh, got you, Nibius. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. I thought... I know it sounds silly, but because I was so confused and I didn't know what anything meant, I thought it meant that I could only be that character if I teamed up with someone. There was just a lot of it that I was like, I don't understand what's going on. I do like Galacta though. I thought she was quite cute. That headpiece though. I was like, why do you have to have the biggest headpiece ever? It's so ridiculously tall. I was looking at her design like, ugh. Oh, right! Got Universe. I didn't know that sort of stuff. I think, yeah, I was getting a bit confused because I just downloaded it to kind of like see what it was about because I was like, oh, it's free and I want to look at the character designs anyway. I really like how full Scarlet Witch's hair is. I was like, it's bouncy in here. You should try Iron Man. Oh my god. I did see Iron Man. There was another flying person, I think. Actually, it might just be Iron Man in a different skin. I remember seeing them and thinking it looked like Miles. Anyway, whatever. It must have been Iron Man. But yeah, I tried the flying. I really struggled with flying as well. I was like, I feel a bit hopeless. Now that I'm not Moon Knight with my 100% win ratio, I've suddenly become pretty terrible at this game. Shocking. Which genuinely is shocking. Usually you'd get better with playing more. Apparently not for me. Dad's huge forehead. It seems that way. Like crackles and weird headpieces. It is weird. I was looking at it and I was like, I don't want to 3D print that. I was like, maybe I can paper that. But then I was looking at it like, oh. It's like so much work. I need a— oh, I did love Jeff the Land Shark. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. I did like Jeff the Land Shark. I thought Jeff was very, very cute. His little feet. So cute. That I could drop it in the bin. So those of you who have been playing Marvel Rivals, who have you been maining, or who do you prefer to play as? Let's sneeze. Nope, it's gone. Adam Warlock. Okay, got you. They can be beaten in cuteness. Oh, they are really cute though. You like Star-Lord? Nice, okay. Yeah, post away in Discord, no problem. The Punisher and Scarlet Witch are the easiest in my opinion. I did think Scarlet Witch was quite easy to play as. I did think that. Apart from the flying, I really didn't understand. I really struggled with the flying. I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna be Scarlet Witch, but I'm gonna be Scarlet Walk. The Punisher. I'm sorry. But Iron Man is fun because you're a bar. Like you can like fly around. Okay, got you. Captain America and Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, I thought were good. I did like Cloak and Dagger. Morning, Liam.
Charge complete.
Because it's difficult to hit him. He's been flying all over the place. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I did see on the other, I did now you're mentioning that I did get killed by Iron Man quite a few times. I actually, yeah, he's annoying in a way that I did think, I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. Making copies of himself and it just being like a whole mess with that, but in a good way for him, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's actually pretty disastrous. Oh, that's pretty cool, Quiet Man. We have the same radiator. I really like these radiators because I think they look a bit neater, but also you can hug them. Yeah, like you can do the whole like, because it's the tall one. I know it sounds so stupid. Because it's like a tall radiator, you can just like, when you're really cold. You don't know what I mean, Fergie? It's so much nicer. Just yeah, no, I have my back against them while talking. Yeah, it's so, this radiator's mine. Yeah, no, I like the top radiators. I think they're nice. I saw one and I thought it was crazy, Fergie. And it just had the 2 panels. But yeah, I went for this one because I was like, oh, it's a bit warm. I think they just look quite pretty. It does feel like a warm hug, yeah. There was one, I saw this other radiator when I was shopping for radiators. It looked really crazy. And it made me realise, like, that you don't really always... This one. I was shocked to find out that this was a radiator. And honestly, I think it's a cool... it's not for me, but I thought that was really cool. That's a radiator. And it's like a metal copper design thing that they do. And I was like, that's insane to me. There's this one as well, which is a radiator. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Like, it doesn't, this one as well. And I think these are like interesting. I just think it's pretty cool that with radiator being also heat. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? But yeah, you can get like these like really interestingly designed radiators now, because like the ones I had seen that people were talking about were like the skirting boards, but then I was talking to somebody about it and I was like, oh, I don't know if that's something I would want to do. But then somebody pointed out, I was like, yeah, you can have skirting boards and everything, but then like you put stuff against walls, don't you, where like you'd probably cover the skirting board with like a sofa, and then like so you kind of like cover the whole thing. And I was like, oh, fair enough. So in the end I just went with this one because my house is basically like off-white wood, grey stone and black. The whole thing, apart from this room, which isn't like a whole maniac of a room. But like that's like everything. Art plus heat is heart. I nearly called it he art. So yeah, I just thought it's cool. Like a swampy green. Is it? Fergie? Do you know what makes me laugh? Is I was looking at these cushions from M&S and I was like, oh, look at this like nice deep green. And then I found out that the deep green is the millennial color. You know how like the boomers had that like magnolia yellow? I've now found out that it's the millennials is a steep green. And I'm like, oh, but it's so nice. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, like a deep green velvet sofa. But like, it makes me laugh. Like, I see it everywhere. I see it so much. Like, it starts making me laugh. I was like, oh my god, look, it's really nice. I think the same. I was like, oh, because I'd always be like, landlord yellow. But now I'm like, oh yeah, each generation has their own. They have their own thing. Yeah, Quiet Man. I've since learned it's like the millennial color. Like, that's the color that millennials see drawn to. With brown floorboards, listen, Fergie, like, that's the thing as well. There's this big divide I've found out between people who like, is it maximalism versus minimalism? I'm more of a minimalist person. This room doesn't count. But in my general life, like, if I just don't need it, like, get rid of it. Like, I can't stand it because my mum and dad's house was full. Every surface, just ornaments and not like things, and like friends would buy you these like trinkets, and like, oh my god, it's not my house, but they would like do my nutting, right? They're so annoying, like filled things everywhere. So hard to clean. Anyway, my mum's now I've moved out, my mum's like, do you know what I should do? I should have clear out. And I was a bit like, okay. Anyway, whatever, she's having a clear out now. I think she's seen my house, which is like nothing. And she's like, oh, actually it looks quite nice. Anyway, whatever. And so what seems to have happened is the generation below that, like millennials or Oz or whatever, like will either get rid of stuff that they don't need, or they kind of have become a bit more like, they like having kind of bold colours in rooms. Wallpaper seems to have disappeared unless it's used sparingly, I've also noticed. Because I did see this one person and I thought it was pretty cool. I was looking into it and I just found it really interesting. Hey, unless it's just one wall. Yeah, that's the thing that people are doing. Look, Fergie, I know. You're just basically just confirming all of the stuff I'm saying that millennials are doing. It's really funny. I saw this and I thought it was a cool concept. So people are starting to do this now instead, I've noticed. Please, I'm not basic. I never said you were basic. But maybe predictable. I'm just joking. God, where is... I found a really good one, and this isn't the one I'm wanting. Is it this one? I don't think it's this one, but I'm gonna check. Okay, well, I don't think so. Sorry, I can't find the actual video that I saw that I thought it looked like it looked better in my opinion because they had bigger contrast for the wallpaper. But what I have seen, and I do think is a cool concept. Oh, it's such a blurry photo because it's taken from a video. Sorry. Hi, Hailey. How are you doing today? Yeah. So sorry, it's such a small video. So they stick wallpaper up, but then so sparingly that they put like a really small piece of wood around it so it looks like it's in a wooden frame and it looks like giant art pieces on a wall. And I was like, oh, actually, yeah, I can totally get behind. I can see, yeah, fair enough. So it's so sparing. Or like people will do like half of the bathroom, half of a toilet. Yeah, it's just really sparing on wallpaper prints. Yeah, it's interesting to me that like different generations seem to have different tastes. Aw, highly always. I'm not saying you're basic, I'm saying I couldn't use you to do like the acid. So I'm just like, it's interesting to me, but yeah, but the deep green seems to be a thing that like the millennials, because I didn't want to go, I don't know, because I suppose I painted a lot of the walls in my house black. This wall behind here is painted black. And then I've painted a bunch of walls downstairs black as well. You'll see, okay, this is such a curse. I'm so sorry for what you're, I'm so sorry. But you'll see what I mean. So as you can see, if we just focus on the wall behind me, The wall behind me here is painted black, and then so this is basically like the style that I chose. So we just need to focus on the wall. Does it just ignore what? Anyway, does it make the room feel small? No, in my opinion, it doesn't. Because I think it looks nice with having like wooden bits everywhere. Don't pay attention to anything else. But no, I don't think it personally feels I don't think it feels small. No. I watched that model, I laughed so much. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being Thomas. Disastrously, I think I might have enjoyed being Thomas a bit too much. I'm trying to see if I've got a photo of anything else. Hang on. Because I'm too lazy to run downstairs and take a photo for you. Sorry. But no, I don't think painting a black wall is that bad. I just, I just think you have to be really quite... Oh, Zark, thank you so much. Thank you. 42. Bloody hell. Thank you so much. That's really kind. Thank you. So this is that room when we put the TV up. And this is the black wall. I don't think... honestly, this room isn't really that big, but I don't think it looks small. Oh my god. But I don't think the room looks small at all. So I personally like it. The only thing that yeah, I think it looks quite modern. The only thing that I would be mindful of with the black wall though is it scuffs quite easily. And when you repaint the scuff, not necessarily, because I got really good quality paint. When you repaint the scuff, I feel like you can still kind of catch it in the light slightly, even though I got paints that don't flash. Flashing is when you apparently don't see... when you can paint over stuff and you apparently don't see it. But I thought, I was like, okay, well, I feel like this is flashed, but whatever, cool. And that's the only thing I'd say is... I don't know if you've ever done any redecorating, but like when I was painting some stuff at my parents' house, I thought, oh, I've got some paint left on this roller, I'll just put it here on the ceiling, and then I had to repaint the ceiling again. But yeah, I honestly, I really like it. Yeah, that's the best photo, really. Everything else is... I don't really actually have photos. I want to paint my room, still trying to figure out what colour. Thank you for the posture check, Quiet Man. What colour? It has 2 walls painted blue and I hate it. I mean, this deep green's looking kind of... I don't know. I did see actually somebody pointing out, I can't remember what it was called, but I saw somebody rendered a room, a 3D room, and then showed what it would look like if you painted certain walls a bold, dark colour. And one of them was the ceiling, actually, and I thought it was really interesting seeing the ceiling. Like, they had like all the room, like all the walls white, but then the ceiling, I saw they had painted it black. And I thought that, I mean, like, it's not, I'm not saying that's what you should do. It's just that I've seen this diagram that someone's made on the internet. So it's worth looking for something so you can see how it's actually going to affect a room. Not all rooms are obviously 4 walls, but yeah. I can't have the whole house being too much green. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, paint the ceiling. Yeah, and the ceiling was painted like a black. And it was really interesting. I wouldn't want it for me, but I did think it looked quite nice. Yes, I saw people wallpaper ceiling. Oh my god. I saw people wallpapering ceiling as well, having their own little Sistine Chapel in there. House design advice. I just thought it was, yeah, there's a... it was, I mean, I looked at a lot of stuff, obviously, but I like neutral wall colours and wallpaper. Yeah, like, yeah, it's cool, yeah. Seems like, that's what I was thinking, Clementine. I didn't want to be the one to do it. but I'd like the finish. I'd hire somebody else to go through that pain. Black ceiling makes it look higher. Ooh, does it? But upstairs, who knows? Exactly. Who knows? Who knows where it could be? Yeah, it was cool. It was really interesting. Yeah, I did like seeing a lot of it because I felt like it was, yeah, it was cool concepts. But yeah, I did see it. I went through looking at a lot of it because obviously I was kind of like, I was basically like doing it. Yeah, that's okay. Do the other side. Thoughts on having mint green paint on the house walls? When you say the house walls, do you mean the outside or the inside? Sounds like it could be cool. I'm not a fan of mint green myself, though. So I'm probably not the best person to ask. I'm like, nah, paint it black. On the outside and the inside, do you have to have, like, permission from the council to do that sort of stuff? Or can you just go ahead and do it? I think in England you have to ask like the council permission to do stuff like that. Bit old-timey hospital. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Black with a red door, but then we would be hated in the neighbourhood. I actually don't think you'd be allowed to do that, to be honest with you. Because in the UK, usually the council are like, well, the street scene doesn't look right. This house that you've paid for, you can't do that with the outside. Change it back. Because it doesn't match the street scene. They get angry, really mad. Like if the neighbours, no, it's classed as the street scene. There's certain things that you won't be able to do. You have to like sign things that you when you buy the house. Is that how stone cladding came out back in the day? I'm not actually sure. But like there's loads of bits like that. Like we had to. I thought this was crazy. Yeah, exactly. Unless Ballamore, I thought this was crazy. We had to sign a thing that says that we won't put sports equipment in the front garden. Otherwise, we couldn't have it. Like I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to put a basketball net in the front garden. Because it ruins the street scene. Like they get it's ridiculous. Some of the stuff is crazy. Yeah, I know. Like I wouldn't be able to put like a basketball net in the front. Because if the council come and have a look, they'll tell me they have to. They'd be able to like cease and desist, like take it down or something. It's really crazy. There's some of the stuff you're not allowed to do. But no, you can't just like paint your house. I think. I know that's what I think. That's what I think was Doris. I was like. It's not yours. It's not your house. With insulation, it feels cool. It feels cool though, yeah. Glad we don't live in a suit. My wife doesn't have to worry about putting in her 15 raised garden beds. I think especially things like in the back garden, you can kind of do whatever. And in most places, you can kind of do what you want. It's when it gets to certain specific stuff. But I'm pretty sure you can't just paint your house black. You can't do that. Was a former council house, we would need permission to make any big changes from the council. I think you'd need to do anything like that anyway. It's the same, it would be the equivalent of like getting permission for an extension. You'd have to be, it's the same. You can't just paint it black. I mean, it would be nice, but you wouldn't be able to just paint it black. Well, I mean, you can, there's nothing stopping you, but then like, the higher powers would get involved. Which I think is crazy. I personally don't agree with that. It's your house. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you paid for the bloody thing. It's not cheap. Like to me, it's like, oh, I want to pay in black, But yeah, then it's they'll step in. It's really it's crazy, which I think is why I don't think they do that in like LA, because I think that's why in LA you have loads of like funky coloured houses down Venice Beach, and loads of those houses don't match at all. Like they don't look like they're part of the. Sometimes you can go down a street and they don't look like they're set from the same neighbourhood. But yeah, in the UK, that's one of the reasons why when you go down certain streets, they don't all look the same, but a lot of the time the houses will kind of like match, because they have to have like certain approval things, and sometimes they have to follow guidelines as to materials they can and can't use, things they can. It's just crazy. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to paint it. Well, you can, but you'd get in trouble. I had to change it back. And painting a house is hard enough, but getting the paint off is harder. Okay, I'm just telling you. When I buy this place, I'm looking forward to putting a big fence in the front garden, purely and simply to piss off my neighbours. Maybe this bit I will look forward to it. That is, yeah, exactly. It is a Venice Beach vibe, though, isn't it? Yeah. A big fence in the front garden. When you say like a big fence in the front garden, what do you mean big fence? Because you need planning permission for anything higher than 6 foot. So you'd have to get in touch with the council. It would be easier, Wallosaurus, to grow a hedge. Trust me. Our lawns are joined and there's no fence. You can put a 6 foot fence in, but if you do more than that, then you have to apply for planning permission, and then your neighbour can reject it. But then it doesn't mean that the council won't reject it. Wait, if you're not in the UK. Yeah, your fence saga. I hope it's sorted. I hope so. Oh, Wallosaurus, that's so annoying. That's so bad. UK, yeah. I mean, you can definitely do a 6 foot fence. If it was me, I'd put a 6 foot fence in. If not, then plant a hedge and let it grow 10 foot. Wallosaurus, I actually spoke to my therapist about my fence saga. In case anybody doesn't know, I had a fence saga. There is a guy down the street who is not my neighbour, but for all intents and purposes, we'll class him as the neighbour because it's easier. I started putting up this fence and he didn't like it. He kept coming to look at the fence and then look at his fence and look at my fence, like a cartoon. Like measuring, I couldn't believe it. I even caught him on the CCTV doing it. Every time he walked down the street, which he's got no business going down the street because there's a dead end, I would see him like looking at the fence. Consistently, he had a problem with my fence. Ended up moaning to somebody else about my fence because he didn't like it because he was saying that we were going to be overlooking into his garden. He's not my neighbour. And also, there's technically nothing stopping me from putting a 3 foot fence up if I wanted to. But yeah, I don't know. The thing is, and so I was like, I don't know what to do. And I wanted to have a go at him. And I wanted to really lay it into him. But I felt like it wasn't going to help because I kind of have to live down the same street as this guy. So like, is me is me getting all up in arms even, you know what I mean? Is it going to be worth it in the long run? I wasn't sure what to do. How does that get... Wallosaurus, I don't even understand how this man's brain works, right? This isn't the first... He's had a go at me about loads of stuff before. Anyway, the thing is like, we're not even neighbours. Like, that's the thing that completely... Like, and then I spoke to, like, my actual neighbour, and they didn't have a problem with anything, and they were a bit confused. And they were like, oh, yeah, he moans about a lot of stuff, doesn't he? Anyway, whatever. Consistently moaning about, like, how we're overlooking him. In the end, he came to my house... knocked on the door, and then Ghost answered, luckily. Mad Jackpot, thank you so much. More than most of you today. Thank you very much, Mad Jackpot, thank you. And then Ghost answered the door, and then he was like, I just need to make sure that you're putting up your fence, but you're not going to raise your garden level up so that it's going to be higher. Your ground level is going to be really high, and then you're going to overlook into my garden. And Ghost was like, no. And he was like, so I need you to confirm that your fence on your side is going to be is going to be 6 foot. And Ghost was like, yes. And he was like, well, I'm all right with it then, fine. He was like, yeah, then I don't have a problem with it then. And we were so confused. We like shut the door. We like re-listened to the conversation on the doorbell. Anyway, and I had a problem with it, and I couldn't pinpoint why. But I was just a bit. Oh well, obviously we could pinpoint why. I spoke to my therapist about it, and she said that unfortunately, in a lot of cases like this, because he's essentially got a problem with my fence. He's had a problem with us before. For, I can't even remember what now. Trauma pushed out of my head. He keeps trying to inspect the fence. He doesn't like it. She said to him, if you think about it, he doesn't even understand a physical boundary. There's no way he's going to understand a metaphorical one or a social one. So sometimes in these cases, Wallosaurus, like, you putting up the fence is good because, yeah, you know, it's gonna stop someone from coming over because you put a physical boundary in there, because that's going to probably be easier, because at the moment they don't even understand the idea of this physical boundary. So in some cases, I actually spoke to her about it, and I thought it was a good point. Like, this guy doesn't understand a physical boundary. Just walking around, or like, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't get it, like, doesn't understand. So it was an interesting concept. She's like, there's not really much I think you can actually even say to this guy to get it into his head, because he's not even gonna consider it, because he doesn't understand the idea of a boundary at all, and he doesn't respect the idea of a boundary. And I thought that was a really interesting concept to kind of be like, you know, like, pick your battles. There's no point having a fight with him. Hi, Michael. How are you? Is to build a giant watchtower. Maybe one of these people who can't accept speaking to a female. Wallosaurus, he definitely can't, because last time I told him to stop speaking over me, and he didn't like that at all. He kept talking over me, and I kept starting to say my conversation, start my point, and he kept going. And in the end, I was like, can you stop speaking over me, because it makes me feel unheard and it's really rude. And then he went, while I was like finishing what I was trying to say. I was like, stop talking over me, it's really rude, I don't like it. I did not like that. Yeah, I know. Stupid man. So people don't like being asked to behave. Honestly, like, that was the thing. I literally, like, stopped talking over me. Like, it's really. I think he's just one of those people who've never been told no before. My problem was he had so many problems with Ghost and I here. And I'm not being funny, but we are the young couple down the street. He's got 3 daughters and a wife. Why aren't you like spending time with them? And you run your own business. So go spend time with them. Why are you so interested and bothered by the young couple down the street, you creep? Like, leave me alone. I've done nothing. I've moved here. And he had a go at me that I was gonna park too many cars down the street. At one point he had 9. Ghost has a Suzuki Swift, right? So we have half a car. But he was having a go at me that I was gonna ruin the street because I was gonna park too many cars. Like, it's just, this guy is just full of crap. Absolutely full of crap. Absolutely full. Have you tried huffing and puffing back? I didn't think of that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've said. Can't remember. Ghost had a go at a lot of stuff that he did. I think more reasonably than I would, but he's had a go at him a lot. He's just ridiculous. He's left us alone since the Fence saga. Now he's left us alone. I think because he's realised that, like, it's weird, because he kept, like, walking around, and I think the only reason why he came to the house to, like, knock on the door, which, honestly, bold move, mate. Bold move. I think the only reason why he came to do that was because he kept, like, walking in front of my house. I think he probably just, I don't think he realises that I'm in all the time. I mean, like, yes, I live here, but, like, I'm always here, and I can see him out the front window. And there was one day where I went downstairs, and out of the door, I got to the bottom of the stairs and I stopped to look in the mirror. I think I was like, because my hair does all this sort of crap, right? I stopped to look in the mirror and I looked to the side and I saw him. And he wasn't outside my house, but he was kind of like down the street slightly looking. And I just stared at him out this window, like, what are you doing? And then he was like pretending to be busy. And then like 2 days later, he came knocking on the door and said all that crap. Anyway, so then part of me was like, I think he's been caught and he had to have a reason to justify it to Ghost and I. To be like, oh, then they'll think that was what I was doing. I don't think that at all. I think you're an idiot. I think you're an idiot. I think you can't keep to yourself. He's just a busybody. Yeah, he's just a busybody. He's just his tool. Probably because I didn't want him there talking over them. That's another thing that I thought. I was like, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, maybe he's not like, you know, as well liked in his own house. I just think guys like that want to create problems and intimidate the hopes that you leave, which is so horrible. Honestly, I don't disagree with you. I think that's got part of the reason to do with it. I mean, the joke's on him. I think, well, sometimes like when I see other people like maybe looking to move down the street and I chat to them, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy over there's a tool. Don't touch this guy over there. And they're always like, oh, he's a nasty man. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, not me. He's not nice. Loud outside behaviour. What have I done? Leave me alone. The thing is, though, the thing that gets me is that what is ridiculous is like he's so upset that I'm like looking into his garden from my garden. He's completely forgotten the fact that I can just look out I can just go to like the back bedroom window and have a look, as he can to me. And also, his fence isn't 6 foot. He's allowed a 6 foot fence and he's made it 5 foot. So as far as I'm concerned, like, what are you doing? Like, you're so shit. Anyway, yeah, that's the guy who lives down my street. Anyway, he's left me alone for a while now, thank goodness. I managed to understand out of a conversation I had with him a long time ago, which I can't remember was, he doesn't believe in climate change, and I think that seals the deal. We all know what kind of person he is. I was like, oh my god, I feel like I can tell what your Twitter handle is. Yep. Yeah, okay, got you. You put a friendship bracelet back at him. Oh my god, I miss your face. We're busy with shit. How are you? I love the new streaming podcast. How's the new house going? Thank you. I'm all moved in. I moved in May. This is my Christmassy background. I actually really want to drop the background a bit more because you can see the bottom of it. I keep meaning to drop it, but I need to extend the hooks. That's why it's like I've been a bit lazy with it, to be honest with you. Got point, can't prove him wrong. I mean, I'm so fascinated that he seems so interested in what anyway. What a loser. Guy's a loser. He's probably a subscriber here and hurt that you didn't approve of his behaviour. Someone abandoned on Twitch. Loitering is a suspicious behaviour. I would send the MPs to investigate. MPs love paperwork and they oh yeah, that's what he did to us. He reported us to the council. I can't even remember why now. I pushed it out of my head, but yeah, he was just a nasty man at the council around here asking, like, investigating me, and I was like, for what? He does not have to work. He does work. He does. He runs his own company, which I'm kind of like, mate, me too. Why have you got time to do this? Oh, the game? Oh, do you know what? I can't believe it was a mobile game. Do you know you have to pay $7 a month for that game? I can't believe this. I genuinely can't believe that game is. I was only allowed to play one map. I was really disappointed. And I emulated it as well. I worked really hard in emulating that. $7 a month to get on. I can't believe it. And I was facing against Gordon. I was up against Gordon, Nia, Percy, and Diesel. I didn't get to play against any of the other trains because I had to pay $7 a month and I was only allowed on this one roller coaster track. And they kept being like, now you can boost your train. I kept boosting my train up because I kept collecting 6 cogs because I kept winning. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm also an adult, so I better be winning. And then all that happened was the trains that I was up against also must have upgraded. There was no way on earth that it was the same thing. My train wasn't going any faster. It was a scam. So this $7 a month thing, unreal. And after every single race, Michael, there was an advert. And some of the adverts, pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but there was an advert after every one. Did you know they do Temple Run now, but horses? Ever Run. Honestly, it didn't look that bad, actually. I quite like a running game. Dear Mr. Council, I regret to inform you that there are young people doing things down my road. You should check out Immediate Regards, Man with No Life. Did you stop playing after you hopped offline? After I hopped offline, I ran downstairs and I distracted Ghost and he lost his game on Apex and I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. You missed Temple Run. Temple Run was great. Oh my God, Cinemichael. No, Cinemichael. That was back in my competitive era of time. I was really, really obsessed with Temple Run. That was when I was studying. No, I wasn't at university, just before university. I was studying and I was addicted to that game. I couldn't get over Temple Run. And then I was so competitive. I was really proud of like my 1 million high score or whatever. Did I like score a high score of 3 million? And I was like, if anybody ever asked about it. But then I overheard a conversation that somebody was telling me that their cousin got a high score of 10 million. And that was just not okay. It didn't sit well with me. And that night I played Temple Run for 6 hours until I got a high score of 13 million. And then I felt satisfied. I was like, it's not high enough. It's not a high enough score. It's not a high enough score. Got 13 million. Oh, it's a tough game. I was running for a long time. Okay. You really do continue to not surprise me. That impressed me. Thank you. Do you know what? Actually, I don't know. I feel like I like to think I'm not that predictable, but I did the same thing on Doritos Crash Course. I played Doritos Crash Course on the Xbox 360. It was like a free demo game or something. But I played it so much that I ended up becoming unbeatable. And each time I won, I was like so smug. I was obsessed with the fact that I was unbeatable in this game. No one could beat me on Doritos Crash Course. I was insane at it. Like I literally played it to the point where like you could not beat me. And that's kind of the same kind of thing. And I remember each time I played it, like, oh my God, my heart rate would spike, you know? It would be up there, really, really up there. I was like borderline terrified of like the fact that I might not win, even though each time I won anyway. And I try and convince people that it's, and then the first time when I met Ghost, I was like, he knew I played games because the first time I spoke to him, I was like, Tomb Raider's being released today, and I'm gonna pre-order, and I'm so excited, and I pre-ordered the controller, and I also pre-ordered the game, and I also pre-ordered the strategy guide, and I also pre-ordered the art book, and I'm so excited. It's all being delivered today, and I'm gonna go play Tomb Raider today, and I know we got a deadline coming up in 3 days, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go play it. And then he was like, oh, okay, that's really nice. And I was like, yeah, Tomb Raider's being released. Anyway, cool. So then I saw him the next day, and I was, oh my God, hi, Maine, how are you? Welcome on in, everyone. Welcome on in. Hi, my name's Mel, and Chris here, so I like to call myself as a stream makeup athlete. Hi, Valerie, how are you doing? What were you doing on stream today? Thank you for just making me see. Welcome on in, everyone. I'm Team Viper's Mask from Valorant. And then when we started dating, I was like, oh, I know what we can do. We can play, shall we play a game together? And he was like, yeah, sure. What game do you want to play? And I was like, have you ever played Doritos Crash Course? Anyway, so I was like, yeah, let's play Doritos Crash Course. It's really fun. And I smoked him. I actually slaughtered him on this game. And I was like, oh, that was a fun game, wasn't it? GG's. And he was like... after an energy drink. Oh my god, do you know what, legit? No, the problem is, I think, was when Mountain Dew did that competition with Halo 4 where you could win a trip to Seattle. I tried to do that. I went through 86 Mountain Dew drinks, I think, in like 3 months. I don't think it ever left my bloodstream.
Flawless victory.
Flawless victory. Thank you very much. Thank you for the bits. Hi, Ramen. How are you? I'm preparing this Valorant Viper mask. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm doing some work. So I'm happy to have you on in the background. You're a cutie pie. Flawless victory. La 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 la. Anyway, yeah, so Temple Run, but then yeah, they played the horse. We did that, and then I was Thomas the Tank Engine yesterday, and I was actually quite surprised it turned out pretty good. I was convinced, yeah, honestly, it was cursed, but also you could really tell who it was. And I was actually really surprised about that, because I thought when I painted Thomas, I was like, this is going to look awful. Like, I feel like I could paint like the outsides, but I was really actually quite surprised that while it did look cursed, you could really tell it was Thomas, and I was really surprised about that. So, don't know. I feel like I don't know, like, my own. I'm not very aware of my own abilities sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize how scary that could really be. Also, then I also listened to for the rest of the evening, I listened to this mashup, which was is it Biggie Smalls? I'm not sure. Cassie sent it to me. Of mashup with that and Thomas the Tank Engine, and it was some kind of remix, and I listened to that for about 40 minutes on repeat afterwards. I'd play it for you, but they say words not allowed on here. Cassie has some interesting mixes. Yeah, and you know what? It was actually quite a good remix. I was pretty impressed. I need to heat my tea back up. I didn't finish it, chat. Once again. At least I'm consistent. Okay, so I just need to wait for some of these areas to dry a little bit more, I think. But, I'm very stupid sometimes. I'm a very stupid thing to do. Right, okay, and then let's see. No, I think I'm too daft to pick this up without touching the parts I just painted. Let me just let it sit for a minute. Hi, Captain. How are you? Also, Ghost found like an old TV, so I'm gonna try and use that as my second monitor for a while. I think to save some money. Yay! Bam, 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 bam. Da, 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 da. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, heat that up for me, please. Yeah, it's like a mini, like a little, like, old crappy TV, like a small one over here. So I'm gonna try and use that for a bit, I think. Ultimately, yeah. I'll see how I want this setup to go. It'll be quite... Because it would be nice to, like, face forwards more. Because I kind of face this way still a little bit. So it would be nice to, like, face this way. Because then I'm facing you. So I need to just kind of, like, slowly figure that part out. Oh, yay! My video went up. Guys, Instagram fixed their scheduling issue. There we go. Oh, don't worry. No, it's not like a CRT TV. It's some old LG thing. I think I've had my fringe put too far back for too many days there. Now it doesn't understand. It's really confused. I look like an anime character that's not been fully properly rendered in their design. They haven't quite figured the design out yet. I don't know what's going on with my hair today. Oh, thanks, Cam. I'm actually quite surprised at how that turned out to actually pretty decent. But I know this sounds really silly, Ken, but I was actually really proud of that video because I was really happy with how my tattoos looked. I don't really see like the back of my arms very often for really obvious reasons. I don't tend to see them. Anyway, and so when I saw that, I was like, oh, cool. Like, you know, I think my tattoos look really cool, especially from the back. Because sometimes I wear t-shirts like this, which are, they have the sleeves quite low. Oh, thanks so much, Zero. I was really worried that one wasn't going to turn out okay because it was so fast. Once again, chat, we're reminded why Twitter is not a nice place. My Thomas video, me dressing up as Thomas the Tank Engine, reminding myself I have free will. Please don't go reply to this comment because you're just going to encourage this behavior. Just before I block this individual. The next thing you're going to say is that you have 7 Mac 11s, about 8.30, 838, 9 9s, 10 Mac 10s, and this shit's never going to end. I googled what that was. They're guns. I just painted myself as Thomas the Tank Engine. So that's the reply. What a silly reply. So goodbye. What a silly thing to reply with a video of painting myself as Thomas the Tank Engine. Go away. My block list is so ridiculously large. Did the train die or is it having a rest? Zero, that's a really good question. I'm having a rest from the train. It was so nice and quiet in here today because I didn't have the train on, but I thought, no. No. No, like, not today. Because when I turned it off yesterday, I was like, oh, I can hear things now. Yeah. Oh my God, Michael, you haven't seen my train. You've seen Thomas, we haven't seen my other train. This is a train and it goes around the tree. I bought it. I didn't try and buy it. I bought it because I thought that would look so cute as like my Christmassy background. It's going to look so lovely. People will see I put a lot of effort into it. This is genuinely probably the worst train I could have bought. I was actually really disappointed because I knew from the reviews that it was a bit hit or miss. It wasn't the best. Why is it not moving? I'm going to turn it on in very shortly. I knew from the reviews it wasn't the best because one person said that they didn't understand but their train only moves backwards. I wanted that specific default. I wanted that defect in the train. I wanted a backwards train. So I was like, I really, really hope that I get the backwards train. That's what I want. That's what I'd like. Anyway, I didn't get the backwards train. Instead, Star Wars Lady was helping me install this via basically watching me on call while I was doing it, and I was on the brink of tears. I was sweating trying to install this train. It's so hard to clamp onto this tree. Every time I clamped one, the other side came off, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Anyway, I broke it because obviously it's meant to go from such a suspended height. However, it falls off consistently, and also it doesn't really flex and bend properly. I'll just turn it on and then you can see what the problem is. Do the tracks need more support? No, I tried to give it more support and then it fell off. We get out of the station, people are waiting. It'll make its way round eventually. So are you having a peaceful day? Look at its little wheels. The little engine that couldn't. Noises! It'll make its way around eventually. It stopped working as well now that I've taken Thomas the Tank Engine cosplay off. It's like it knows. It knows. The Overlord has gone. It's like a bird teaching a chick to fly. Anyway, so I bought this thinking it was going to be really cool. I actually had plans to paint it to look like Cursed Thomas the Tank Engine, but I derailed those plans, and I became Thomas the Cursed Engine instead. Oh yeah, that's true. The new law is that Cassie's driving the train. I forgot about that. That's a good point. Yeah, we did change that. We updated that to make sure. What? I don't know what's happening with my hair. Anyway, Unlimited drag racers. I can't get over how I tried to do like the track is so like I know and I got a refund on it. I got a refund because it's meant to also have steam coming out of it as well, and it worked at first and then I dropped it and then I was like, the steam don't work. And they were like, can you send it back? And I was like, no, I can't, because it took me so long to climb up to the tree. I can't. Can you just send me another train? And they were like, since you're a valued customer, we'll give you a refund and then you can buy a new one with that money. And I was like, okay, give me the refund. And I was like, I'm not going to buy a new one. I just have to wait a little bit because I'm out. And they were like, no problem. And I was like, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I bought because I thought it'd be really sweet to have a train running around the track for Christmas. And all I did was like simulate National Rail. Sorry, the train's stuck. Sorry, the train's cancelled. Sorry, the train hasn't left the station. Sorry, the train's been cancelled. Sorry, it's. That's all that happened. I also love Poppy just staring into the side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the printer that's broken, so obviously the only sensible thing to do is to, yeah. They said you could buy a new one, and that you will. Exactly. So it's on them. Yeah, exactly. Tactical wording. I think I've exhausted every train pun I can possibly think of yesterday. Now I have nothing left for the Christmas train. It's all right. We can work up to it. The train's going to be here for a little while longer. You can think about it and come back again tomorrow. Maybe the silence is healthy for me. Maybe so. Looking a bit better. A little bit better. A0. Oh, look, it's making its way round slowly. But everybody in the chat has been like, this train just wants to die and Mel won't let it. Please let me die. 41! Last year was 30. That sounds awful. That sounds really hot. It's just been like cold, and we've had storms in the UK. It's been like cold and windy. The storm had a name, but I can't remember what the name was. Was it Helen? Hi, Raya! You need to choose your puns wisely. A, B, 6. Ah! Was it? I thought it was Helen. Oh, I don't know. Cold-blooded. Did we already say that it's chugging along? Also, I don't know what this train did to you. Like last time I had you up for Raya, but she did not like you turning it on. Oh really? Oh, poor Raya. Raya doesn't like the train chat. Oh my god, the Smash one is one of my favorite. Oh my god, have you seen the Tantrum one? The Tantrum one is my favorite. Hang on a minute, this one. I've got room for some more. I just need to decide what I'm gonna do. That's my fave. It's so cute. I love the way that the hair in the front. It is actually, you're right. Hey, Kings. Well, I want to see Penny Parker. Oh, yeah. Penny Parker's cute. I actually just played Marvel Rivals on Sunday. I was testing the game out because I wanted to see all the characters. So I was playing around in the practice arena so I could get a good look at a lot of the characters and what they did. I don't really think I like playing, but I like the designs. I was actually looking at Scarlet Witch's design. I thought that was interesting, but then again, I painted Scarlet Witch a lot. I don't think I got a good look at Penny, but I was looking at Dagger. Who else is I looking at? Scarlet Witch. Oops. I made not all of them. No. Only a couple now, I think, are still in there, but I used to do them. I hire an emote artist now. Not as much as Wonder Woman! That's true. Wonder Woman's still my most painted, I think. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for my birthday. Oh yes, I actually have seen Psylocke. I forgot about Psylocke. I really like that Psylocke has a ponytail, actually. But you know, I really like it when they give like long-haired characters ponytails in games and like comics and stuff. Actually, not just in general, because it makes more sense. Almost like the only one we haven't seen as much of in media is... Oh, I feel like Penny, but also Squirrel Girl. We haven't seen a lot of Squirrel Girl. Penny Parker was in the first Spider-Verse, wasn't she, I think? Oh, sorry, Ken. I was unclear. What to paint. Yeah, get their hair out of the way. Exactly. It's it doesn't make sense to me, but maybe they've just got, like, part of their superpowers includes, like, not getting their hair in. I feel like I pick something up off the floor and my hair gets in the way and I can't even see what I'm trying to pick up half the time now. Which is why I'm always like, how have you got long? How have you not tied it back? But much different in aesthetics. Yeah, well, I think a lot of the character designs were quite different though in a lot of them. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure when I'll paint them. I never tend to make a schedule for them. They give her wings when she launches forward. Yeah, and I like the fact that they have the butterfly thing. I wondered a little bit if That was part of the revenge. If she had a little bit of revenge there, I wasn't sure. Because the revenge thing confused me for ages, remember? And honestly, it still confuses me now. I think I just, if I'm honest, I think I just pretended I understood. Because after not understanding for like 5 streams, I gave up. Oh, really? Biscuit, that's so cute. Biscuit, have you been playing Marvel Rivals? The poor train. Literally. I'm over it. I'm so over it, Dover. How you doing, Hulk? I'm amazed it's still going. Don't speak so soon. The mask is looking great, thank you. Right, let me have a look. Sorry, I'm just catching up. What am I preparing for? Viper from Valorant. She's a little bit disguised here, but here she is. Is it PS5 only? I didn't know that. Damn. So you can just, yeah, that's what I basically faffed around in for most of the time. No, I use the same brushes, Mad Jackpot. I use acrylic paint, but then I also use like eyeshadows and eyeliners. Like I literally just use it for everything. No, I've never played it either. She does look a bit like, yeah, with the mask. But I just need to tap up the paint, I think, on here where the eyeshadow is stuck to it, but I think that looks okay. I still got a little bit of time. Let me see if I've got my elastic. Oh my gosh, don't you worry about that at all. Thank you so much. 4 years is crazy. Thank you so much. Bloody hell. 48 months. Thank you. Hi, boy girl. How are you? Ah. I'm good, thank you. I'm just finishing up this prop here. I'm just preparing for a future paint stream. I was saying I don't know if I'm going to do it this weekend or not. Basically, I just want to make sure I've got this prop ready to go. So whenever I do fancy painting Viper from Valorant, I am all ready. That's how I tend to prefer to work. Mafart, if you're calling me Tiger, you can call me Mel. Right, let's see. That should hopefully fit, but I've got another bit of elastic to do. Okay. I mean, I might not even need the other elastic part. Maybe that's enough. Ah, my friend sent me a voice message back. Mafata, we don't do pet names here. just tensing really hard. No jackpot. We don't do pet names here. So you can call me Mel. Right, I'll leave that there to dry. Somehow I managed to eat some elastic, don't know how. Okie dokie. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out so far. It's not an offense thing. I don't do pet names because people get really too weird and too attached. Like, you can just call me Mel, because people start calling me pet names and like to pretend that I'm their girlfriend, and it just goes down a path. So as a general rule, and I never said that's what you were doing, I don't allow pet names. That's what I was thinking, Dan and Milo. That's weird, exactly. But from City is mine! You adopted the dog. I was born in it! Hi, Zach, how are you? The best way, I personally feel like the best way to do the Bane impression. Hang on, let me pull out a Bane quote. I think anyone can do a good Bane impression. You get like a cup. You can be like, usually a deeper cup is a bit better. I don't know if I've got something here. Look.
I think darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
Cup. Use a cup. Everyone can do a good Bane quote. Everyone can do a good Bane impression. You just need a cup. Cup. Finally recovered, still see me. Oh, bless you. That sounds awful. I think I've cooked my tea a little bit too much, chat. I can hear ghosts having rave party music downstairs. House music, I think, while he's trying to get his work done. Ah! You have a cup, Mark. No problem. That's fine by me.
Any plans for...
Ah! Alrighty! An important question there. Have people been to check out my Instagram? Check out... Yeah, true thing. Good. True? Yes, good point. Chat, check out my Instagram. I posted a new video. Bane plays Slender, so I think I'm a big brave dog. People do that. I have never heard of that. That sounds great. It's very quick. I made this. Look at this video I did. Right, chat. At 4, I'm gonna be on Froggy's stream. Whatever. It's all over my face. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna be on Froggy's stream, so I'm just gonna give myself some time to prep and prepare. So I'm going to end today's stream here. That's why I was just doing a short stream today. But I'm going to be back. Well, you'll catch me playing It Takes Two on Froggy's stream for the next couple of hours. In the meantime, let's raid Sims. And I'll catch you guys shortly. But on another stream, and then... Yeah, exactly. Just a chill one because I'm popping off to another little thing. So thank you very much for being here and spending your time here. I really appreciate you all. Thank you. I'm happy with the fact that we got this sorted. I just need to make her shoulder pads and then I think I'm golden to go. Chugging along to another stream. Bye. Bye, chat. Thanks for spending your time here today. I appreciate you all. I'll see you if you want to. Oh my god, hang on a minute. Yeah, bye for now. There you go. I hope that's the right channel. Yeah, that's right. Bye! Hi, Mel! Bye, Mel! See you later, chat. See you soon.